What the fuck is 10 players?
Okay, enough of the dramatic crap. 10 players is back. That's right. To deliver some fight news. We can feel the fanboys shaking in your fucking boots already. But before we get into that, we've got quite a bit to say since it's been a while since our last video. Not to mention a lot of hollers. Yeah, y'all know how we roll, we said hollers. We know some channels get upset with our hollers. So what? Now first we gotta acknowledge all who've asked where we've been, and throw a holler out to Latina Fire, Ramiro Gomez, Pablo Naples, The Inquisitive Fish Guy, Bill the Butcher, David Banner, Sexalicious, Slewer, Jeff Cotto, Orson222 and everyone who's dropped requests or asked our whereabouts. We'll get to that shit in a bit. Also to J. Cruz, we said we'd message you, but what we wanted to drop wasn't showing up, so we'll hit ya up shortly when we fix this link problem. And to Irving Vanegas. Hope we pronounced that right, but you've got no reply button on your posts. And Team Outrage. We hear you and what you're talking something we'll speak on, but there's just been a political reason for why we haven't yet. We've got some plans, but just wanna keep them on the down low for now. Also, holler to Stop Lying as well. That's a guy with some integrity. And big holler to Kenny Lopez. We've enjoyed watching your videos chopping it up on the fight. Now lots of you been saying we haven't dropped a video for a while, where you guys at? Much respect, and we appreciate the asking, but there's a reason. See, there's a lot of scumbag motherfuckers on planet Earth, and 10 players is involved in a few different arenas in life. We don't divulge it here, but we just came across 2 groups selling products of ours and we sure the fuck didn't give them permission, or appreciate it, since we weren't getting a cut of our own fucking products. Then our attorneys telling us it would be wiser if we did all the talking. Like what the fuck we hiring you for? He's the attorney and thinks we should do all the talking. So dealing with this bullshit's why it's been a bit crazy. Thinks those products sucked. Why someone'd wanna steal them baffles us. Not to mention the fact that when it was over I needed a back massage. For a week. Not that my back was hurtin', I just liked the feeling of Mei Lin Chong Chen's hands rubbing it. Or whatever the fuck her name was. After a few days of that shit I got a little tired of it though. Even my girlfriends were like, hey, you need to go home now, Mei Lin. Guess they got tired of looking at her too. Massaging my back. Until she started massaging theirs instead. With her lips. Now they love her. But here's a little advice to thieving scumbags. Like if you wanna sell someone's shit, just contact motherfuckers. Most will comply with you selling it and taking a fair cut. It ain't that fucking hard. Nevertheless, we've been watching our fellow channels while we've been occupied. Y'all know who you are and respect to you. Now let's get to this fight news, because a lot of shit's been going on in boxing, so we'll be mixing the old news we missed with the new. You know, old news like Chris Algieri versus Khan in an extremely unimpressive victory by Khan. Chris Algieri seemed pretty tough coming forward against Khan. Most of the media seemed pretty impressed with Chris, claiming he made a complete much improved drastic turnaround with John David Jackson as his new trainer. How the fuck they'd know that still baffles us. Like maybe he always would have fought that fucking way against Khan. Like you need more than just one fight to claim Chris made some incredible turnaround. In the meanwhile Khan still wants Mayweather. Hey, what a fuck is this? Like what are y'all trying to say? Move that shit. So as we were saying, Khan still wants Mayweather, but has no desire to fight Brook. Apparently Brook's not skilled enough to Khan, making beating up Brook and getting more money than ever before too easy for him. And Khan don't like easy shit like that. The other thing fans said is Khan wouldn't get the Mayweather fight because of his big mouth. Yup. Must be the new thing in boxing. To not fight a guy because the guy actually claims he can beat you. Apparently these fans think every great in history was a fucking idiot. I mean, how dare a fighter claim he can actually beat another fighter? Seems Khan haters feel he should say he can't beat Mayweather and wants to hug and kiss Floyd passionately. Then Khan would be worthy to them. And the big rumors that Brooks gearing up to fight Chavez, who got 35 grand in his fight against Bradley. Tito Garcia asked Chavez why he took such a small purse for the Bradley fight. Priceless shit. We're leaving a link to that video if you're interested, because the busted look on Chavez's face says it all, so props to Tito on that one. Just go right to 225 if you want to skip through the bullshit, because no one else asked a question worth two shits. Obviously Aram was up to his usual garbage. Tito asks Chavez if he was promised something. And if this rumor's true, then apparently he was. And now we fucking know what. Meanwhile Mayweather wants Thurman to fight Errol Spence. Along with every Flomo on earth. Because Floyd said so. Don't worry about the reason, because a Flomo will make up a fantastically stupid one if Floyd said so. They'll whip out sheets of paper mapping out mathematical reasons for why the fight's so incredible. Yeah. So exciting. Shit, 10 players would love to see it too. We like boxing. And since Spence suddenly inherited the right to fight any champion on earth, let's see him fight this one. Funny how the Flomos are magically evading requesting that fight though. Because we'd actually like to see that one even more. For some freakish reason Flomos have no desire to see Floyd fight the guy who talked shit to him, busted him up in the gym, and gave him a black eye making him throw him out the gym screaming. And Floyd extremists don't think that along with the history behind it's more exciting. What? I mean you're all talking about how incredible Spence is due to what he done in the gym. Because it sure the fuck ain't because of what he's done in the ring. Which is nothing. The other news is Floyd's fighting Andre Berto. Bill the Butcher dropped this one on us. It's official. We'll talk about it in another video though. But you know what'd be crazy? If Berto actually won. Then stood over Mayweather screaming. And Floyd would be like, damn. Why'd the fuck I fight a black guy? Meanwhile Pac's busy rehabbing his injured shoulder. Too bad he didn't think of doing that fucking shit before the super fight. By the way. We was being sarcastic with the super part. And Triple G wants Andre Ward at a catch weight of 164, but Ward's scared and ducking. Ward ain't worth 2 pennies and hasn't fought anyone. Ward couldn't draw flies if he turned into a big pile of juicy steaming shit. Hey. Not our words. They're just the words of small groups of boxing fans. Who ironically mostly seem to be white. We're pretty sure the white part's a coincidence. But hey. All we need now's for Ward and Triple to talk shit for another 6 years, and we may just get a super fight. If we're lucky, maybe they won't hit each other one time during the entire fight. This way the new sophisticated breed of hardcores can claim it was the ultimate display of the sweet science. Then all you guys who expected to actually see these fighters fight can be called haters. Yeah. You're salty man. You just salty man. I mean after all. You know he fight that way. By that time they'll probably claim boxing's about not getting hit, while never hitting. But only if Mayweather says it. But the good news is Triple G's fighting David Lemieux next. That's one we're looking forward to, and we're sure all the fake title jacking sweet science fans won't be watching. After all, they'll have no desire to see guys who'll actually be trying to fuck each other up. And Paulie's still making news claiming Pac was on the juice. Why? Because he was winning fights. Apparently Filipinos aren't allowed to do that in Paulie's world. Though it's cool to Paulie if he works with the same guys he's accused of being dirty in the past. As y'all know, Paulie faced off with Danny Garcia and got his ass beat. Paulie's so weak the juice didn't help him at all. At the end of the fight Paulie insinuated this was probably his last fight. Until he fights again. And Cotto and Canelo are working on making their big fight. Oscar's got one problem he wants settled though. He wants a rematch clause in case Canelo gets fucked up by Cotto. And if the Cotto-Canelo fight actually comes off, the winner's set to fight Triple G next. In Fantasyland. Also, the official trailer for Rocky 7 was released. We mean Creed. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, in our last fight news we said this movie would be about Apollo's grandson. And we assure you that info was legit. Apparently the writers changed their minds.
Your daddy died in the ring. I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Why? Like was your mother a hooker? Either Apollo was fucking around, or his wife was pregnant when Apollo was killed in the ring. We'll find out. But this kid's at least 29 to 30 years old. Let's hope he ain't 19 in the movie. Stallone would do some stupid shit like that. Even if he's not the writer. Like in Rocky IV, this was his kid. Apparently he got so excited during the fight with Drago that he transformed into this when Rocky got home. For some strange reason Rocky never said, "Wow. You really fucking grew during my flight home, kid. You on the juice, son? You hanging out with Alex Ariza, Paulie and Memo or what?" Yet we're actually looking forward to seeing this movie. But only if the Fox says it's good. Also in the news. These two are fighting. Yeah. Who the fuck cares? And finally, Arthur Better B. Evan Bernard the Executioner Hopkins have been ordered to fight in a title eliminator bout. And we fear Hopkins may have to change the executioner part to the executed. Look B. Hop. If you can pull off a miracle, great. But we say just retire, man. This shit is obviously just a setup to get these two in the ring. Probably some shit Heyman cooked up behind the scenes to get at Hopkins for the lawsuit. They wanna see the man on the canvas. Now Summer, you may be thinking a sanctioning body ordered it though. Yeah, right. And you seriously need to grow the fuck up. Okay, back to these guys. We guess it is fight news. Lucas will be fighting Victor Postal. That would be the guy Heyman paid off to keep Garcia's record safe. And if Victor was that much a concern. And Danny just beat Paulie. Perhaps Victor wanna beat Paulie's ass too. So what's our point? Try thinking deep about it. And now, for a little Ytbc news. Jeff Cotto's back from vacation, and he's got a book out, Roscoe Annis 45. He's doing a little series on it. Good shit. He may have to take this one to Hollywood. Also in Ytbc news, 68 Triumphant made a triumphant return after a short retirement. Again. And if you don't know 68, he's one of those sophisticated, well-educated types. All proper and shit. The type you'd imagine giving a review with his legs crossed smoking a pipe. And he won't use profanity and shit like that. Ever. Unless he's annoyed with you. Then he says fuck you. You fucking motherfucker, fucker fuck you. You fucking motherfucker. You racist motherfucker. Piece of shit fucking motherfucking fucker fuck. Motherfucker. Personally we feel 68 needs a second channel. I mean every time the guy shows himself I feel like cooking a meal and having a drink. And I don't drink. Just call the shit 68 cooking. Oh yeah, we'd promote that shit too. Along with Jay Cotto's book. And if it works out we expect a cut. A big fat Heyman type cut. But there's no profanity on 68's channel. Unless he's annoyed. The irony's he's annoyed a lot. Especially with Zone 6. Fuck. Zone 6 annoys 68 even more than we do. And we probably annoyed him several times in this video alone. Zone also officially returned after making some career moves, and in Zone's return video he made it clear. No mercy. Which had us scratching our heads. I mean, like, when the fuck did Zone ever have mercy? He should have said. Even less no mercy, than the mercy I never had.
If you was a sensitive nigga and you got some shit to say, fall the fuck back, press pause or whatever the fuck you gotta do and get the fuck off my goddamn video. Fuck your city. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your city, nigga, and fuck you and fuck everything you stand for.
Good shit. And good to see these guys back in form, because we enjoy their videos, and the Ytbc seriously needed it. We can assure you of one thing though. Whatever happens between Zone and the Boxonologist, it'll certainly be more exciting than this bullshit was. But if Zone's gonna have no mercy, then expect guys in his comment section saying they used to like his videos, but they ain't watching him no more. Until he makes another video. Also in Ytbc news. A lot of hardcore fans have developed a viral mental fungus known as stupiditis, where they live in their own little stupid fucking fantasy world having no clue of what's happening with most of the real world. After the fake super fight, many hardcores think every future fight is a super fight. If they saw a guy getting ready to pick his nose, they'd claim a super fight's about to happen between the guy's fingers and boogers. Even Thurman Spence is a super fight. We hate to break it to 'em, but the majority of the planet's got no idea who the fuck these fighters are. Yet 10 players has a cure for stupiditis. Just go out to the streets. Then ask people who Jordan and Tiger Woods are. Then ask them if they ever heard of Errol Spence and Thurman. And the Oracle asks us what we think of the historians beefing with the sweet science fans. We had no idea such a thing was happening. Apparently it's another Ytbc illness. Seems motherfuckers think they need to be on two different sides. First it was the Flomos versus the Pactards. Now it's the historians versus the technical sweet science motherfuckers. Hey newsflash. Has the idea that you could be both ever entered your minds? Jesus fucking Weesus. But here's a little something for the Flomos making believe they're technical motherfuckers. Because they actually aren't. They're just using it as an excuse to make believe past greats having hundreds of fights means nothing. To support their man. So here's a simple history lesson. You know why you can understand our words? Do you know why you even have the ability to speak about your gut? We'll tell you. History. You're still using history. Just limited history. If it wasn't for history, you wouldn't even remember his name. You wouldn't even know your own fucking name when you woke up in the damn morning. Because you wouldn't even remember the history of who the fuck you were yesterday. So you're trying to diss something you use every second of the fucking day. Or you'd be brain dead. You're using history even while you're trying to diss history. Otherwise you wouldn't even recall the history of your silly beef with history. And last in Ytbc news. 10 players made their return, and they've been trying to get a deal going with Boxing Wave. They've missed several fights due to not knowing the time and channel the fight was coming on. And we blame all that crap on Boxing Wave. I mean, we depend on the guy for shit like that. Like, just look at his face. It's pretty clear he's purposely trying to make sure we miss the fight. But if Wave ever confirms it, we'll tell y'all to check him out for times, channels and dates. Unless you're not an American. Then you're just up the fucking creek. Maybe we'll hit one of our homies across the pond for that. Or maybe we'll start a website. Fightdates.com. Holy shit. Hey sexy, buy that domain name. Okay, 1 minute. Wow. We own fightdates.com now. See how easy it is to make money. Are y'all learning?
Thank you, Aliman.
Yeah. Thanks. Every time you set up a fight we make money now. Though we enjoy sitting on our butts so much we probably won't make a dime. Hey Boxing Wave, since we chopped it up on this, maybe we'll cut ya in. Because we're cool like that. Though that offer only lasts for 2 hours. Hey. Maybe we'll even sell shares. We'll speak to Wave about it if he contacts us in the next hour and 59 minutes. Because y'all know how we enjoy doing nothing. And that's our Ytbc and boxing news for now. So until next time. Peace. We're out.